Real men are
strong, focused,
knows the importance of family.
a real man's word is his bond,
strives to be a role model, treats women with respect, understands that greater happiness,
lies in helping others,
has purpose and meaning in his life.
doesn't stand still.
He gets involved.
That it's important that children have voices in court. In every court hearing, there'll be the child, the parents, the lawyers, the guardian ad litems, the court reporters, the bailiffs. Everybody's there, and I'll hear from everybody. But very often, without the guardian ad litem or the advocates, I will not hear from the child. And that is the very reason why we're here, is whatever has happened to the child or the child's interests. It's so important for the guardian ad litems to be there, to be the voice of the child, so the judge can hear all the information and all the facts to make a very good decision.
Child Advocates needs more male volunteers, basically because we have a lot of young men in our system. It's really important for them to see not only a role model, but to have a man that maybe that can relate to them a little bit better than a woman can. And it's not to say that a woman can't do this type of job, but a young man might be more comfortable with the older man. And it's very important that we have men be volunteers. It's also a good way for a man to give back to his own community.
The challenges that we run across with not having enough male volunteers is being able to reach out to the male teenagers that need that male role model, they need that strong voice, and they might have questions of sensitive nature that they're experiencing that only maybe a perspective from a male will be able to be given to them.
Child advocates need more male volunteers because young boys tend to identify with males more than they do with a female. A lot of young boys are wondering what it's like to be a man, and the only way they can find out what it's like to be a man, and if I can use the phrase real man, that is a man who's nice and kind and virtuous. They need to see and be a part of being the company of that particular male.
We need more men as child advocates because that's what's missing. The male is a father figure, and if that's what's missing, they're more apt to listen.
Normally what you're seeing in the organization is most of the organization are females, but half the children are males, and they should be attended to. The boys should be attended to as well as the girls, and they like to see a male face, especially if they're a little older. The 12, 13-year-old boys, it's important that a guy comes and talks to them.
Talking to a person that might say, I don't have time, you think about it, you always have time. Time is what you make out of it, and there's no more of a reward than working with child advocates and being involved in a young person's life.
Just knowing that these kids out there are benefiting from someone working on their behalf.
What's rewarding about my work is when I see a kid be successful. I had 2 kids last year go off to college. They were with us for several years, so that's rewarding to see a kid get through this system and go to college, or you see a kid that just makes it back home and the family's reunited and the family worked hard and did what they needed to get back together. So those things are rewarding for me.
What I love about being a child advocate is the capability I have to be able to reach and make a difference in the lives of some young people.
Child Advocates needs male volunteers.
Become a child advocate today.
The kids are waiting.
The kids need you.
I am Mervyn Enders, the Executive Director of the 100 Black Men of Indianapolis.
I am Pastor Ken Johnson of the Indianapolis Codes.
Become a child advocate today.
Become a child advocate today.
Become a child advocate today.
Become a child advocate today.